Today on Nova Legends podcast, I have my old pal Anna Chau, who's now a Princeton defender, midfielder. We're going to find out. Anna was a first team All Met at Washington Post All Met at TJ, and more importantly, she was the 2024 Nova Legends Player of the Year. Um, uh, Anna is off and running on her college career. She's played I think almost 200 minutes already in the first three games. Anna, great to see you. Thanks for doing this.
Yeah, it's nice to see you and get a chance to catch up with you after some time. I know, like since the last time we spoke, it was way back before like the most recent high school season. So
Yeah, I never got a chance. I was going to try to get you on last year, and before I knew it, you guys lost. Um, and now that we mentioned it, that last game when you lost to Robinson, I saw the goal that Robinson scored on it. I am a Robinson fan, but I'm also an Anna Chow fan. Uh, that must have, I mean, these things happen in soccer, but that must have been a horrible way to end a great high school career.
yeah, it definitely stung for quite a bit. I know that a lot of the people on the team, like we all really care for each other, and we've just had such a fun year playing together, and we really felt like that was not the game that should have ended it for us, but it was, so that definitely hurt quite a bit.
Yeah, the thing that frustrated me is that because your guys' district is so weak, and I'm not blaming anyone, that's just the way it is. National not the strongest. You were just starting to play the tougher teams, which is more fun, because a lot of the games that you won pretty easily. And I know you love playing with your girlfriends and stuff, but it's fun when you're playing the best teams like Robinson and Lake Braddock. And I know you guys played some of them early season, but I just felt like there was so much more soccer for you to play. Anyway, I met your father at a game after that. He was at the Robinson South County regional finals. That must have been the next game that Robinson
Yes,
played.
yes, it
And
was.
he was such a nice guy. I forgot his name, Anna.
Kai.
Kai. And he's different than almost any parent I ever met in that, I've been doing this for a long time, as you know. And, I talk to a lot of players, students, coaches, and stuff. But usually, when I talk to the parents of the players, they don't express much interest in my own kids. Uh, it's usually about their kids. And one thing I'll say about your father, my son was there. He introduced himself, asked him a whole lot of questions. He seemed very interested in my son. So that puts him in a minority. I'm not giving all the parents out there a hard time, but that was something about your dad that stuck with me.
Yeah, my dad has always been like not only someone who really cares about me and what I do, but he also is a really caring person to those around him. And he's always been so involved in everything that I do. And if that means he's reaching out to other people and just connecting with the soccer community, that's just what he does. And I'm really, really grateful for that.
Yeah. So, your mom, the tennis player, is she watching the U.S. Open this week or?
Um, I'm actually not sure. She's definitely not there, but she may be watching on TV. Her and my dad both used to play tennis, and
Right.
my little brother, he's a sophomore now at Fairfax, and he plays tennis. So
Hmm.
they're probably watching a couple of games in there from home.
How are they adjusting to you not being home? Are you the first kid out of the
No, I'm
household?
not.
Oh.
So I have an older brother, and he's at UVA right now. He's a
Oh.
senior.
Oh, that's right. Your dad told me that. That's great.
Yeah.
So yeah. So have they gone to a game yet? Your parents?
Oh, my game?
Yeah. The
Oh,
Princeton game?
my parents have come to all of my games so far. So yeah, it's definitely, I mean, I definitely miss them, but I get to see them like twice a week, which is really, really awesome. So
Yeah, they're not alone. All the parents, the players I talk to, they're always on the road and they're always going somewhere. Well, finishing up on your high school career for a minute, did you feel like your team this year was as good as the team you had last year? The team you had last year went to the state tournament, and yeah, I think you played Madison, I believe, in state, which is a great team.
yes.
But did you feel like this team was as strong as that team?
If anything, I think that this team in like the past year may have been better than last year's team. I think that's because we picked up some freshmen that really made a big impact on our team. Like Caitlin Winkle, she was playing center back for us, which was really, really awesome. And she really stepped up for the team. She was able to put her body in, even though she's small, but she's mighty. So that was a really big help. And we also had Jackie and Tegan, and Tegan played out wide for us. And then Jackie, she's small, but she also has really fast footwork, which was really helpful in terms of having a more dynamic midfield.
Yeah, I felt McLean and TJ McLean on the boys' side, Joe Morgita and you brought obviously two of the best players in the area. We didn't get the chance to see enough of you guys in the postseason. It was disappointing, even though I'm very happy for the teams that did advance. Now, when you look back on your high school career and your club career, and you've got a few games in college under your belt,
Mhm.
um, do you think the time you spent playing high school was time well served? And I mean, I know you loved it, but in terms of getting you ready for college soccer, was the high school soccer important at all to that step?
One debate I had between playing high school soccer or not in my final year was that the level is so different. Like I knew that playing club would help me be more well prepared, but also I felt like I wanted to spend some time like with my high school friends because at the end of the day, high school soccer was really enjoyable for me. So to mitigate that kind of um, it's like a give and take. And so I would still train outside of high school and do some club and do training on my own just so that I could keep up with everything else coming
Yeah.
into like college.
Yeah. So it's interesting because there are some players on your level that didn't play high school, and you have some club teammates that don't play. And it's interesting because, and even Elan, a great player who's able to play some high school, she's busy. I feel like the people that played high school have a higher profile. A lot of it's through social media, like Nova Soccer Source or whatever. But I do feel like the fact you play high school did elevate your profile a little bit. Do you feel that way? The people know who you are more because you played?
Um, I think that was one thing because outside of the club soccer world, there's also like high school, which is where you have a chance to represent a school that you are at. And it's in that sense, it's very similar to college soccer where you're representing like your people essentially.
Mhm.
And so I think that that was one way in which I guess my name was more out there from
Mhm.
high school.
Yeah. Now, and the last time we talked, you were getting ready, I believe, or maybe you had one season on your belt. You were going to change from an '06 to an '07 team or something like that. And so you were getting a new bunch of teammates, which happens your senior year, I believe.
Yeah.
Um, do you have the same attachments to the older team that you had that you had to the team, your most recent team in club?
So naturally, we had our '06 team and then our '07 team, and we actually picked up around 6 players from another club from GA FCB. And so we were just a mixed bag from 3 different teams. And at first, naturally, I was closer with those who I've been playing with for a while. But over time, our coach did a really great job at getting us to like mix in with each other, and that really helped our team just grow so much more. And we actually had a really great run going into playoffs. Well, first off, we made it, which meant that we had to be the first place team in the conference. And then after that, we won our first game in the Sweet 16, made it to the eight. And unfortunately, we lost in the Elite Eight match, but we definitely went a lot further than we imagined when we first got together.
Yeah. Do you find yourself when you moved to Princeton keeping in touch more with your ex high school teammates or your ex club teammates? I mean, who's how is that? How is those bonds different?
Um, since I'm not seeing them just as often, I don't get to just see them face to face and be like hi and talk to them all that much. And right now it's quite a bit of an adjustment, so I haven't had too much time to make like 100 phone calls a day, you know. But I do text here and there with a lot of my high school teammates and a lot of my club teammates as well, which is really nice.
Yeah.
Just like see how everyone's doing, like how some of my club teammates are doing at their schools and how like my high school friends have been going throughout the year so far.
Yeah. So, your club teammates that are playing at different colleges, um, basically are most of them getting playing time? I know it's very, very early. Some of the women are probably playing Division 3, and their season is just getting ready to start. But for the ones playing Division 1, are players getting playing time right off the bat? Have you noticed?
I'd say it's a mix. Some of us have, some of us haven't, and I think that depends on the program and the way that coaches decide on playing time for certain players.
Yeah. When you look back on your club career, do you think you made the right decisions in terms? I know for people that didn't see the first one, you were FPYC, you were Great Falls, and then you kind of moved up to a more serious type of soccer. Do you think you made the right decisions in terms of clubs and leagues? Obviously, the final product is very good, but do you feel happy with the decisions you made in terms of leagues and clubs?
I'm very happy. I have no regrets. Like every single place that I've ever gone to, they've all taught me something different. And every single time I decided to take a next step, it always brought new challenges. But every single time I felt like I've been able to find a way through those, and it's really helped me a lot along the way.
Any advice on young players on choosing the league to play in or the club? Anything that comes to mind to pass along?
I'd say um just keep working at whatever level that a player like wants to go to.
Mhm.
It really depends on their goals. But if someone wants to play college, I would say the ECNL is such a great league. And I do give some credit to the GA as well, because I know that they've brought up some really great players as well. And I actually have a teammate in my class who's from GA, and she's really, really awesome. So
For folks on the boys' side or folks who don't know that know the girls' structure as well, how are the GA and the ECNL different? Is the ECNL basically the same as the boys' ECNL, I assume?
I think they are. I think on the boys' side, it's like the MLS next is I may have like a different kind of view on that just because I'm not on the boys' side, but I feel like the MLS next is more for those who want to just go pro. But I do know that the ECNL has done a really great job at getting players recruited and
Right.
such.
And on the girls' side, the GA is what kind of league is the GA? I mean, it's called, I think it's Girls Academy, but what does it, when you think of Girls Academy, what does it mean to you?
I think it's just a different group of teams, different kinds of competitions. I think that they have the same general goal as ECNL, which is to get players committed and seen, which is the ultimate goal of a lot of players who play in the GA.
Yeah. So when you got to Princeton, have you enjoyed like kind of the calm before the storm, where there's no class, so you're almost like a pro athlete. You've been really, really training for soccer. Have you enjoyed this phase?
Yeah, I absolutely love it. It's totally different, but when I got on campus and I started training and I've been spending a lot of time with the team, especially since we haven't started school yet. It's there are times when I sit back and I'm just like, I really love this. And so I hope that that's something that I can continue to do.
Yeah, well, that's great. Are you guys going to, in Princeton, are your roommates also athletes? Do you eat only in like an athletic hall, or do they mix you more with the general population?
So Princeton is a little bit different. We don't just get to pick our roommates or anything. I actually got lucky. I have a single this year.
Really?
So yeah, it made the college adjustment definitely a lot easier for me.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, we eat in the same dining halls as everyone else. We get to see them a lot, but they just moved in, and a lot of the freshmen are off on orientation trips. So they're off campus right now. So it's kind of back to where we were before everyone came. We're on Soccer Island. So
Yeah. Yeah. So when Chandler's second year, UVA, you have roommates unless you want to go off campus. There's very There's very little singles. There's some, but it's they're hard to get. Anyway, his second year, he roomed with this guy. He was like a 6'6", 260 pound. He was a football player, but he wasn't playing on the team. And they had this tiny room. And I'm just like saying, how are you going to share a room with a guy that big? And, he's fine. He didn't complain at all. But not having my own room, I think that would kind of stress me out some.
Yeah. I'd say I'm pretty lucky to have a single, and I'm in a really great dorm, which it's so pretty around here, and that's like one of the big reasons as to why I chose Princeton. And so I'm really happy with where I am right now.
Yeah. Um, well, great. So, you've been practicing and, for like several weeks, right? 6 or 7 weeks, I think.
So we came in on August 6th.
Oh, pretty
So
late.
yeah, we come in pretty late because of the Ivy League rules
That's
and
right.
regulations. Yeah.
Yeah, and you guys started early. Some of the boys teams haven't even played yet, as you,
Mhm.
as you know, I follow them. What have you noticed so far about college soccer? Like you played on a very high level club team. What are some of the things you've taken away already for how the game is played?
Well, naturally, everyone is really strong, really fast because everyone goes into the training room and they have the gym or the weight room. And so a lot of weight training happens. The speed of play is really fast, and everyone there really wants it. Like playing college soccer is just a completely um it's just another level that I felt like I had to step up from or step up to. And I think that it's an environment that it's like if you don't put your best foot forward, it's gonna be really rough. And yeah.
Were you surprised how tough it's been, or were you expecting it to be the next level?
I think that my club team has prepared me to know what's coming. So I wouldn't say that I was surprised per se. I think that it is a challenge, but I feel like I've been doing a pretty good job at stepping up to that level.
Have you discovered weaknesses in your game that you didn't know you had just because you're a dominant player, and now all of a sudden you're at a college level, you're freshmen, everyone's older. So if you discovered things about your game that hey, I need to work on that. You may not want to reveal it, but uh, yeah.
I think, especially because I'm playing defense, I've played it a little bit in club, but I've never said, "Oh, defense is my position." Like I don't think I've ever said that before coming here, but I have started to learn a couple things about playing defense, like holding lines and knowing when to drop or step. I think that that is a very big difference playing college soccer because people are able to play the ball up and over my head, and I'm having to run back and chase after the ball, and that's definitely really rough because these girls, like I said, they're so fast, and so um, I'm definitely playing catch up sometimes, but I think that's one thing that I've had to learn quite a bit about.
When did you first find out you were playing defense?
Uh, well, leading up to even coming on campus, the coaches were open or telling me that maybe I should be open to that idea because a lot of seniors left. We had seven seniors or six seniors and then a seventh junior who left, and four of them went pro. So there were a lot of holes to fill. And so it was just a don't really be surprised if you do play defense. And so I came into the team not expecting to play there, but I was prepared, I think.
Well, who picked your number? Because you're number two. Who picked that number for you?
So we were given the options and then we picked our top three numbers.
Okay.
And so I ended up with the number two.
Well, because the number two is right back number. So I'm thinking if they gave you that number, they probably had in mind you were going to play right back all along.
For me, it was going to be either two or eight or
Two,
11.
yeah.
So,
Yeah. So you said you played a little bit of defense. That playing college soccer is one thing, but playing a new position. That must be really challenging. But you had 3 weeks to train. Um, uh, that probably was just as big as adjustment as playing college. Going from club, high school to college was probably not as big as going from midfield attacker to defense. Is that right?
Yeah, I definitely have a lot of things that I need to learn about playing defense. It's so early in the season. We've only had 3 games, and um, I there are so many things. Every single time after the game, I'm just watching film and seeing what different ways I should be moving, like different spaces and all that. So,
Yeah. Are you a slide tackler?
um, only when I have to be. I try not to.
Yeah. Chandler never slide tackled one time in a game his whole career. He played the six. Not once.
Oh,
He never he always just contained. He never came in for a tackle. That's how he played. But I think every once in a while you got to put in a tackle, but he never he never did. So uh, yeah. So well anyway, I did notice the first game when you one of your teammates, I think, got the tying goal. And there's a great picture of you hugging her after the goal. I believe that's when the picture was taken. Do you find the emotions of the college game the same as the high school and the and club?
I think that the college scene is very, very similar to the high school scene in the sense that everyone's a family and you're literally seeing each other every single day. And honestly, I feel like I've gotten really, really close with my team, even though it's only been 3 weeks. And I think that the coaches and all the players who are returning have done a really great job at helping me fit in with the team and finding my place there.
Yeah. And you still love soccer?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've really just been enjoying every moment I spend here, which is really awesome. I couldn't ask for anything else.
Yeah. So when you think about class starting, the good thing about you is you went to the number one high school, and I know there were some polls that moved it down last year, but I think that was all garbage. You went to the number one high school in the country. Yeah, TJ students do well in every walks of life. It seems to me. Do you do you think about the next level academically, or do you feel like because you went to TJ and did well that you'll be prepared?
I think that TJ has done a really great job at preparing me for college, but also I'm going to a pretty great school as well. So I know that it's going to bring its own challenges. So I'm definitely thinking about what will happen, but honestly, I can't really say too much about that because I haven't experienced it yet. But I think that TJ has done a great job at preparing me for any challenges that I may run into.
Yeah. Well, I think one good thing about school starting is you're going to meet people other than athletes, which I'm not sure how much time you're going to have first semester. I'm sure second semester you'll have more time, but you're going to meet a whole bunch of people. Does that excite you? The fact that you're going to meet a whole bunch of folks from all over the world?
Yeah, there are so many people who are playing internationally. Um, but yeah, it's a really cool environment and um a lot of great people are here. They're very bright and very smart as well.
Yeah.
So it's been really nice getting to know a couple of them already.
Yeah. Great. Well, Anna, this is a very, at least to me, challenging political time. Um, you know, I think a lot of people went to college during the 60s or in the Vietnam War. We've had times where our country has been, I wouldn't say turmoil, but definitely some challenging times. Do you feel that at all at Princeton? Or do you see students worried about the future, or and I know that the students are just probably trickling in, but do you feel like people are just focused on being a student and learning as much as you can?
Yeah, I think that a lot of the students here are very set on their goals. And I haven't been at Princeton like before everything has recently happened. So I can't really notice any changes, but I haven't really seen much of like concern. I think that everyone's really set on what they want to do. And so everyone's been doing a great job at adjusting as they've run into those challenges.
Yeah, I talked to some guys at UVA, and UVA's been involved in some of the political stuff, but they said that they're just first year students and they wouldn't know any different. They're just everyone's just
Yeah.
doing uh, just doing their thing. So, well, when you look ahead, when you look ahead, what are some of the games you're excited about, or are you just taking one game at a time?
We're definitely taking one game at a time. We're learning new things about ourselves every time we play, whether we end up winning or losing. We do have a couple of really big games ahead of us. We've had a pretty strong schedule, actually. We played Ohio State last night, and then we have Syracuse coming up on Sunday, and then we're going down to Miami to play against them.
Oh,
So,
nice.
yeah,
Yeah,
a lot of big schools.
yeah. Are you excited to go to Miami?
I am. I have a friend who goes there, so um,
Yeah.
I'm excited to go around and see my friends like from around the place because my club teammate Bree, she's over at Syracuse, so I'm excited to see her.
Yeah. Yeah. Princeton, I would say, has a football team. Do you plan on going to football games? Are you going to have time to do things like that?
I mean, even though it's going to be pretty busy, I think that there will be a time for me to be able to go to a football game or two. Um, People still go to them, and so I'm excited to see what the atmosphere is like.
Yeah. How about I know they have like dining halls or something. They don't have I think traditional fraternities and sororities. They have like dining clubs or something like that. Is that something
Yeah.
they still have? And would you be interested in that?
They have eating clubs, and that's a type of thing that juniors and seniors do. And it seems like a lot of them end up at eating clubs because it's not like it's their own dining plan in a way. So I do plan on taking a look at those and
Yeah.
seeing how that goes.
Yeah, I would do really good in the eating club because I eat way too much, and I've always wanted an excuse just to say, yeah, I'm in an eating club, so I've got to eat. So, well, look, Anna, you guys have any local games this year? You guys playing Georgetown down here this year?
Our closest game to home was against Loyola, which was last week, but I don't think we have any local games
Okay.
this year. But
Who knows? Maybe you guys will play a tournament game down here or something. I'd love to come see you play in person. I didn't get a chance to see you. I thought there'd be more time in the spring. I got a couple games
I
in last. What's that?
I think the closest game that we have will be at UPenn. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's where Joe Margita's playing at Villanova, so he's down in Philadelphia. So,
Oh
wait a minute,
yeah,
look, what's that?
we're playing Villanova
Oh, you
later.
are down there, up here. Oh, actually,
I'm not sure actually.
yeah,
Maybe at Villanova. I'm not 100% sure.
yeah, and Villanova's that's pretty close to you guys, right? Maybe 50 miles or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably an hour away from us.
Yeah, yeah. Well, look, Anna, this is great. I know you're really busy. I figured I'd catch you before class started because I know once class started, you're not gonna have much time for anything. But yeah, I'm following every one of your games, and I can't wait the first. Not that you can't be a success unless you score goals, but I can't wait to post the first Anna Chau goal. Because I got a feeling it's going to happen because you just have a way of scoring goals. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, but in the meantime, just keep continue success. Very happy for you, and I hope you enjoy your classes. And you're still planning on being a pre-med student.
I think I'm thinking about economics.
Okay,
So I'll see how that goes. We have until mid sophomore year to declare, so
right.
plenty of time to figure out what exactly it is that I want to do.
You were pre-med last time we talked, right?
I think I might have been. I was pretty undecided for a
Yeah,
while, so
yeah,
could have
yeah.
been.
Yeah, it's cool. I was everyone's pre-med the first year of college, and then once you take organic and chemistry, it's like this is ridiculous. I don't need to do this. So, um, but anyway, well, look, Anna, say hello to your father for me, your parents for me, and uh, great to see you. You're one of your biggest fans, I'm sure, and I just hope you have a terrific freshman season and first semester.
Thank you so much. I've really had a great time catching up. So
Uh, oh, it's always great. All right, Anna,
yeah,
well, look, have a good day, and I'll go get them tomorrow.
thanks. You too.